Hello, I'm Keith Hulstaert from Melbourne, Australia, and I'm at Habilitat in Hawaii, attending an event held by Robert Smith, the founder of FasterEFT. And I'm speaking with Robert today about FasterEFT, and so here is Robert. Thank you, Robert, for agreeing to this little conversation.
Thank you, Keith. I'm glad to be here.
So, Robert, a question that I have is that you're the creator of FasterEFT, and that presupposes then that there is something other than EFT, because this is faster than EFT. So what is EFT, what's FasterEFT, and what's the difference?
Well, FasterEFT, originally I started out studying NLP around 94. And wanted to help myself and help my family, and someone pointed the way to EFT. So I bought an EFT course, and of course I got EFT home. I started reading the book, studying, and EFT for me was a very effective, powerful tool. And so I started using it and still studying NLP. And I started integrating the pieces and also studying Dr. Larry Nim's work and several other people. EFT is a process developed by Gary Craig, who developed it from his teachings or learning from Dr. Roger Callahan. It has a belief system, basically the same basic belief system as TFT, thought field therapy. And the difference with EFT and FasterEFT, EFT, from my point of view, since I used EFT for years, and then I started slowly evolving EFT, I always thought what I was doing was EFT, until later I found out it wasn't EFT. And EFT is a parts and piece process. Basically, you have a problem, and you and I will aim directly at the problem. I'm angry, we address, even though I'm angry, I love and accept myself. And it works. It works, and it works as only as well as the practitioner using the skill. And of course, it lays heavy on the practitioner's skill and ability to guess and help decode your problems. FasterEFT incorporates the understanding of how the mind works, how we think and how we create our problems. Major differences in EFT and FasterEFT is the belief system, and how we look at people and how we address problems. Like I said, EFT is a parts and piece process. FasterEFT lays heavy upon the unconscious mind and how it successfully creates problems. And of course, the EFT, the premise is basically the reason why we have problems is inside your body. There's a disruption. Basically, there's something that isn't really working correctly. That's how you know there's a problem. And then later on, Gary teaches that, you put the screwdriver in, you whirl it around, you pull the screwdriver out, you turn the TV on, there's a spark inside the TV. And which gives the idea or the mindset that something inside us isn't working correctly. And that's where FasterEFT separates itself, because we believe and operate from the understanding that you're not broken, there's nothing wrong with you, but you are successfully creating something that isn't beneficial right now, and it's created and built from your past experiences, what you witnessed, what you believe, what you've been exposed to. And EFT, there is a tapping protocol. It's not a complete system. FasterEFT is a complete system. That means we understand how the mind works. We have the structure and how to clean up and clear out everything that helps create the problem. We use what is called the art of change, which I, the practitioner, will work with you, and I ask questions to get your special way to create the problem. And then we write this down, we get your belief system, we get your structure, and then we go and change it. And since we're stepping into the mind, and we do address the body, but the mind is the resource. So I see that's the difference, really. Those are some of the major differences. FasterEFT, like I said before, lays heavy on the unconscious mind, let it do all the work, and then we consciously go in and do the cleanup work. That's the biggest differences I've seen. Plus, major part of FasterEFT is re-imprinting. You have to change the memory. And we have powerful, simple, direct ways to create that change.
Right. So, Robert, I'm curious that you mentioned that FasterEFT incorporates EFT and NLP. So, if someone wants to learn FasterEFT, do they need to go out and learn NLP and EFT first?
No, they really don't. I mean, you know, EFT is a great system and it works. It's slower. It has a different belief system. If I were to recommend not to learn EFT first, and the reason is because when you come to FasterEFT, the deal is unlearning the belief system and how you view the problem. And it's really, you know, if you're a hammer, you see nails. And what we want to do is we set the mindset up to see certain things, the practitioner, then it's easy to make changes. A lot of time, the difficult part is to get the shift in view. And that's the toughest part. Now NLP, you know, NLP is great. I mean, it's the foundation of FasterEFT. You don't have to learn it to learn FasterEFT. And the reason is because when you learn FasterEFT, you're getting NLP mixed in with it, but it's a practical applied NLP, which just means you can easily use it.
Right.
Because, you know, people have taken courses and they really didn't get a whole lot out of NLP that you can actually just start using. Because it all depends on who's teaching it as well.
Right.
I would, you know, if I'd say if you want to learn FasterEFT, learn FasterEFT.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can venture out after you get the foundation. Because FasterEFT has so many different tools and resources, and it's all mixed together in a really clean, easy way. You know, like I work with you, I may use certain tools, and I work with someone else, I have to use different tools because of how you think and how they think. And so we're the most versatile in the room when we're working with our clients.
Right, so you mentioned that with NLP, if someone learns NLP, they may find it more difficult to apply than, say, FasterEFT. So if someone wants to learn FasterEFT, then how would they go about that?
Well, let me say something. If you know NLP and you come to FasterEFT, it's not difficult. You don't need to study NLP to learn FasterEFT. But if you have EFT background, it's really going to make it easy to learn FasterEFT. You're going to fall in love with it because of its speed. You know, because FasterEFT is truly faster NLP. Mm-hmm. It really is. And so to learn FasterEFT, I mean, depending on where you are financially in your life, there's a lot of, there's 660 free videos on YouTube. You can spend a lot of time. I believe there's 17 days worth of FasterEFT videos. The second best way, I think the best way to do it is just order the training course. I'd recommend trying the ultimate training course. And the reason why is if you don't know much about NLP and you don't know much about all this other stuff, if you watch the videos and you tap along, it'll lay a foundation for you and you can watch them over and over again. Because I've had many people write me and said, you know, I watched the videos, the DVDs, and I went back and watched them again. All the DVDs changed overnight. And it's because it's deep. It's like rich chocolate. You can't swallow it all. You can't get all the flavors. You can't get all the nuances that's in one single DVD because it is rich. Mm-hmm. So I recommend doing that before you even come to a live seminar. Right. Live seminar is great. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be it's an experience that you can only experience there. I mean, the energy is good.
Yep. So then anyone can learn FasterEFT.
Anybody.
And does FasterEFT work on everyone?
It works on everyone. The only people that I found that it doesn't work on is the people who are dead. I mean, serious. And the reason why I say that, because dead people just don't respond to tapping. But I will say this, if the dead people are inside you, it will respond, and you can heal those dead people inside you. And I say that, and it's really serious. It works with every person. I'll tell you why it works with them. Regardless of where they are in their life, what their intellectual level, what their emotional level is because FasterEFT steps into the mind and steps into how you process and hold your memories. And when we step inside your mind and we start operating with your thinking system, regardless of where you are, emotionally, intellectually, it will still work. Whether you got health problems, emotional problems, because we operate within your thinking system and we adjust and make the changes according to you. And so it works with everybody but dead people, right, unless they're inside you.
Right. So Robert, I heard someone say that they used FasterEFT, it worked really well for them, and then it stopped working. How would that happen?
Well, the nice thing about FasterEFT, first of all, we have the quick tap, and it works at the unconscious level. And it goes in and does the work, and if you use it, it works. The problem is that if it quit working, several things could happen inside the individual. First of all, one, it's working, and it's scaring them. And it's also uncovering things they don't want to see, so then they build a program to keep it from working. You know, I had somebody said, you know, FasterEFT worked for me at the beginning, and it quit working. I said, are you tapping? No.
Well, it's not going to work.
And if you don't work, you don't tap. It doesn't work. And so oftentimes it works all the time, but the most important part about making it work is actually going inside and aiming at the problem. Now the problem is if you build a belief that it doesn't work and you invest so much that it doesn't work, the emotions and the intensity that it doesn't work is working, so it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. And so you have to address the belief system, because the reason why you don't want it to work is because you're going to find something you don't want to find.
Right.
And so it works with everybody, but the problem is most people don't understand what they think. They don't understand what they're doing, and they don't understand how they're processing their information. And so that's why they're not getting results, because they're not understanding how to do it.
Right. I've heard you say about FasterEFT, Robert, that it's trance work. And I've seen you working with people, and people go in and out of trance. How does someone, if they're working on themselves, get themselves out of trance?
Well, here's the interesting thing. You know, most people, you know, they get scared with the idea of the word hypnosis or trance, and they don't know what it is. You know, because the first thing they're going to think is, you know, I'm a hypnotist and I got to watch, and you're going to go into deep, deep trance. And they think someone's controlling them. The problem is they don't understand how we naturally process the world. You know, when you're driving your car, you answer the phone, you eat your sandwich, and you still get to work and not even realizing how you got there. That's a trance. When you're thinking about a problem or you're concentrating, that's a trance. When the bell rings or when someone looks at you a certain way and you're upset, that's a trance. And so when you're working on yourself and you're working inside yourself and you're really in the emotional stuff, how do you get out? And it's really easy. There's many ways, because you know we use, with FasterEFT, defractionation is a process in which you go into trance and you pull you in and out, and the tapping does that as well. And if you're really in deep, how do you pull yourself up? It's really simple. Stand up, turn around, jump up and down, and sit back down and do it again.
Keep going.
Yeah, it's really that simple.
Right, okay.
You can stick your head up, roll your eyes around, you can slap your face, you can do anything. You can sit and hum something and then go back into your memory.
Right.
So it's easy to come in and out. The deal is we're so good at going in and we enjoy what we're in. Unfortunately, it's usually not something good.
Yeah.
And so it's a matter of being conscious of what you're doing inside and taking control. Yeah. And that's what the whole point is with FasterEFT, is to give you control.
Right.
So you can take control of your life, and that's what we want.
Terrific.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, Robert, we're here at Habilitat in Hawaii, and you're conducting really an extended experiment on using FasterEFT with addiction. Mm-hmm. Where do you see the future of FasterEFT?
Well, you know, the interesting thing about FasterEFT, as you well know, it's evolving, because my skill and understanding of how we have problems, what we're doing is it's kind of like a survey, really. You know, an individual come in and I say, how you're addicted from 0 to 10. I'm a 10. And we have several of these questions, and we're doing such a unit. And then they go and they do a session, they come back and we test them. And then we have people come back after 6 months and test them, and how is it? So the future of FasterEFT, because of its speed, because of its effectiveness, and because of its thoroughness, and its simplicity, I believe that FasterEFT will be the #1 healing process in the world. And that's my goal. And it's across the world. And the reason why it is because first of all, it's simplicity. Secondly, it's because it's a complete, thorough system. And thirdly, it's free on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's something you can say a lot. I mean, you know, Gary Craig, and I learned this from Gary Craig. He wrote a book and he gave it to people for free. You know, I can read a book and I can get a little bit out, but you know what? I'm giving over 660 free videos, which you can see, you can hear, you can feel, and you can process. And that's how I am.
Yes.
And so I think that's one of the reasons why it will be the #1 healing process in the world, because of its power and its effectiveness.
Yeah. Just coming back quickly to addiction, Robert, I'm thinking that anyone that's watching this video is perhaps going to think that if they have an addiction, that they might just learn FasterEFT and work on themselves and eliminate their addiction. Is that possible?
Absolutely possible. The problem is knowing how to do it. I mean, that's the problem, because, you know, with EFT, which I'm an EFTer, I began with EFT, I fine-tuned my skills with EFT. The problem with EFTer is you're hitting the outside surface. Even though I'm addicted, I love to accept myself. Well, you can do that until the cows come home, but if you don't change the process and how you create your addiction, it won't work. And so what we want to do with addiction is understand the structure, what you do inside yourself, the emotional attachments with this structure, with addiction, with the connections with people. There's a lot involved with it and your identity. And so a person can do it with persistence.
Right.
And of course, you know, I'm right here in front of you. I'm in Hawaii, and it wasn't because I tapped once.
Absolutely.
Thousands of times on myself. Thousands of times. When I work on clients, they're my healers. I'm working on them, and I'm finding my triggers. I'm tapping just like this. And so if you want to heal yourself, you have to make that commitment. I will do it. Yes. And I will do it, 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 and I'll do it.
Yep. Great. So Robert, if viewers of this video want to see the free videos, where do they go? Well,
it's really simple to find FasterEFT videos. You can always Google FasterEFT, and you'll start seeing my videos, and you'll see FasterEFT.com. Healing Magic is the name of my channel on YouTube. FasterEFT.com is my website, and it's pretty simple. And of course, if you want a practitioner, we have over 600, nearly 700 people who've attended the training in FasterEFT, and we have a lot of people on the practitioner list.
That's a great spread of people, and I understand they're all around the world as well.
Absolutely.
Given this week here in Hawaii, there's people from Spain, the UK, America, Australia, a true international.
Canada. Yeah.
Canada, yes, of course.
Yeah, and Ireland.
Yep.
And
some.
yeah, here's another thing too. Is one thing I want to say about the addiction. You know, there's a lot of free videos, and there's a lot of testimonials, and you'll see some very, very powerful video. And this has been a truly, truly amazing experience. And the practitioners, and you know, they're in here, and I'm doing the videotaping of before and after, and the excitement of watching them when they come back from the session is phenomenal.
Yeah. And certainly I can agree with you, Robert. I've seen the people being filmed pre and post the work, and the difference is amazing.
Yeah.
It's truly amazing,
yeah.
So it's worth seeing.
And I'll tell you another thing. I know that, you know, a lot of people who are coming from EFT and they're seeing FasterEFT, and a lot of people, when they first see it, they go, what is he doing? Why is it so fast? What's going on? It can't be that easy. But I'm telling you, this is easy, it's powerful and effective when you get the right training. And we're fine-tuning it. I mean,
yeah. But I know over this last week I've seen people whose lives have been literally turned around in just 2 hours. It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And very inspiring.
Very, very powerful.
Yeah. Sorry, you were going to say.
And you know, I don't know what video it is, there's a guy named Kevin, and of course, I like what he said, you know, it just, I said, I don't know what his exact words, you remember what exactly he said? What?
Crazy ass.
That crazy,
right.
that crazy ass redneck.
Yeah.
Who does he think he's fooling? And you know what? He was converted.
Yep.
Changed his life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, Robert, thanks for taking the time to speak with me today. It's been great, and it's been great to be here at the event at Habilitat in Hawaii, and it's been a great experience for me to be here, to be present at it, and thank you for the invitation.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
good job.
Terrific. Thank you.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you. So check out Healing Magic and FasterEFT.com and secretpath.com.au too. Thank you.